How does the holiday season impact the real estate market?
Oh gosh, I would almost say that depends on the year.
Right?
Typically, yeah, it really does. People always think, oh, it's going to be really quiet during the winter. But if I were buying a house, winter would be when I would want to go because there would be fewer people to compete with, other buyers. So I feel like I might have more of the pick of the litter. I get out and buy in the wintertime.
That is such great advice because I'm with you. I don't know if it makes a difference.
I bought 2 houses right around Christmas. Was signing contracts on Christmas Eve. I don't know, 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. The holidays, it's like November and December is kind of like the new spring market because you can get ahead of the curve.
You can get ahead of the curve. That's exactly right.
Awesome.
I don't know that it has a huge impact, but you definitely see a little downtick in the number of listings. So for me, I think it's a great time to sell your house because there's not so much competition out in the market. So it's a good time to get that house on the stage nice for the holidays, get that holiday feel. A lot of people, when they're looking for a home, they want that home feeling. And what better time than at the holidays to give them that feeling of it's like a real home and a real nice warm vibe.
Right? Like outside of just kind of some of the inconveniences of, having your house on the market during the holidays with all of the decorations, it's kind of a great time.
It is a great time. And you also have to remember that a lot of people buying a house, they've spent a lot of time with family and they want to get out and get an excuse to get away from the family and go and look at houses. So I actually bought my house in right at the end of November, right around Thanksgiving time. So I think it's also a great time to buy.
Can I tell you, you just said something that triggered. So at the holidays, literally my phone blows up because people are hanging out with their family and they're scrolling on their phones and they see a piece of real estate. And those are the people who may not have been thinking about buying.
Correct, yeah. And now they're like, hey, I've had enough of my family. I need a bigger house. Let's go.
Well, we're here to help if you think that.
You know what? It's interesting. I always tell people that, there are only a few times of the year that it gets a little slow, and it's really not the holidays.
I know, right?
It's so crazy. I mean, I tell people like Black Friday shopping is the same for homes. Honestly, we see a ton of homes go on the market the weekend after Thanksgiving.
And then the number of showings ticks up.
Yeah.
Because people are coming into town.
Totally. Yes. And people are relocating, so they're looking because they want to be in a house before January 1st. So it is actually a really great time to put your home on the market because the people that are buying at that time are serious. They're super, super serious.
A new home for the holidays.
Yeah, I love that. Love that. But really, honestly, it's still really busy.
I can relate to my own experience. We sold our house a couple years ago, right before Thanksgiving. And so I really don't think that it matters whether the time of the year. Of course, when it's warmer weather, you're gonna have more people out looking and kind of shopping on the weekends. But if somebody needs a house, whether it's Thanksgiving or Christmas or Easter, they're gonna be out looking for a house.
And at that point, they're probably pretty serious, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to have quality buyers and you're going to have people that actually need to find something. And so they're going to give you more of their undivided attention.
With the holidays approaching, why is now a great time to buy or sell?
I find it interesting that I think it's a better time for sellers. For a while, sellers totally ruled the market. Now buyers have a little bit more play in that. But from a seller's perspective, you are dealing with more serious buyers. You're dealing with people who want to get in and look around, and they're not going to have the buyer's remorse. So I think it's finally what I would say balanced the market. I like a balanced market, and I think it's better for everyone.
It's a great time to buy right now because only serious buyers are out shopping, so there's a little bit less competition. And just because you're buying during the holidays right now does not mean that you have to move over the holiday.
For sure.
You can negotiate terms to have a more ideal closing date.
Yes, ma'am. What is your favorite tip for sellers putting their house on the market during the holidays?
Sellers aren't going to like this, but you have to tastefully decorate. You have to pare down.
No Griswolds?
No Griswolds. I'm sorry. My leg lamp can't go up this year. It's just one of those things where you're going to have to tastefully pull back. You still want people to be able to walk into the house and visualize it being theirs and not
But you
your
can
holiday.
still have holidays.
Oh, 100% yes. Still live in the house, still enjoy the house.
But we can't be
But we
Griswolds.
can't be Griswolds. We have to pare it down. But don't be a Grinch. Put up some decorations.
Love it.
Be patient with some of the buyers coming through because that beautiful snow that's coming down may track into their house. They need to just be patient and understand that that brings in more buyers though. So they just need to know that that's going to maybe happen.
So set out the rugs, have the boot trays out. Favorite story is selling a home in a blizzard. I loved it.
We sold ours in a blizzard.
See?
3 feet of snow in January.
People are home, they're looking at houses, and they say, it's snowing outside. It's a perfect time for us to go look at a house.
Favorite tip for sellers is just be patient because you are in a good position to sell your home. Also, pop in those chocolate chip cookies and turn off the oven, or that loaf of bread.
Those smells are amazing.
Yes, people will come in, and if they smell something, they feel like it's their home, they can overlook any holiday decorations you have out or anything that's going on in the house. But yes, it's all about the smells.
All right, we're finishing up 2022, and what would you say was your most unique or most exciting adventure in real estate this last year?
This one's pretty easy for me because I am new to real estate.
And you're crushing it this year.
Thank you, but my very first sale came in 2022, so it will definitely be a year that I remember. And it came from some very near and dear friends of mine who actually helped me raise my kids until they were able to go to school, and just one of
Love
those
that.
full circle things.
Yep.
So
Love that.
would be my biggest unique moment.
That's a great story, Jen.
I would say probably the thing that was the funniest was getting locked out of an open house during the open house.
Hopefully you were not the person hosting the open house.
I was hosting the open house.
Okay, fantastic.
So the front and back door locked automatically, and a buyer asked me some questions about the backyard, so the two of us stepped outside, and my phone, my purse, I couldn't even call anyone. Her purse was inside as well, so she couldn't leave. I couldn't make a phone call.
And no one else was in the house.
And no one was in the house. It was just us. So I couldn't even call the homeowners to say, come let us in.
So what'd you do?
So I walked around the house, and I felt the windows, and there was a window open in the bathroom. And it was
You crawled on
up
through.
high. I was wearing a dress and heels. And so this client hoisted me up on her shoulder, and I lifted the window open, and I climbed in the bathroom window and got us back in. And the open house went on
Oh my God.
the rest of the day.
That's
That
a
was
fun
it.
story.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There's always something new and exciting in real estate.
I don't know if it's wild and crazy, but in June I had a $1 million month, so that was big for me.
That was amazing. You crushed it.
Yeah.
That was huge.
As this market started to shift, the one thing I got this year was my first investment property, an Airbnb. So super excited about that. And for all those investors out there, they've been buying a lot. And it's just a great time to realize that as those rates go up, what a good time for investors this is. So I've seen a lot of those clients start buying. So I jumped on the bandwagon, excited to host my first Airbnb.
Amazing. If you want bookings, reach out to Max Cookson, and he can hook you up with a killer Westport Airbnb.
For me, it's going to be getting my investor client his first house where he did his first flip, and he's now moved on to his second flip.
I love that, like, he found the bug and you have been able to help him
Yeah.
find some killer properties and help strategically build out his portfolio.
It's been really exciting, honestly, working with the investor and seeing his business grow as well as my own.
Well, I have to say the most exciting thing was when we did open houses during the height of everybody trying to look at houses, and people would drive up, slam open their doors, jump out of their car, forget to close their doors. The neighbors would come out and yell at
It was a
people.
circus.
It was a circus, but
Yeah.
it was great fun.
It was so much fun.
It was really fun.
We're going to be talking like, remember those days? Remember back in the day? That was what was the number one open that you had? How many people came through it?
I think like about 70.
That's insane.
It really is.
My most awkward, not exciting. Well, maybe. I don't know. Depends on who's
I
listening.
like awkward.
I was showing my buyers a home, and we were walking around the kitchen, and there was just us there that we thought. And then come scrambling down the stairs from upstairs was the seller and his girlfriend, half dressed, escaping through
Whoa.
the garage door.
No way! They didn't get the notice about the showing?
He did, and he said, "I'm so sorry. I forgot to check showing time."
Okay, wow. Okay, that is a good story.
Awkward.
Yes. Did you leave?
No, he told us to stay. Feel free to stay and look around.
Okay.
But
yeah.
my buyers were like, "We gotta go."
That's awesome.